Hey everyone, it's Mike here. I'm in Manteno, Illinois at the Manteno State Hospital, which closed in 1985. It was open for about 50 years or so. A lot of buildings have been demolished over the years. In fact, the residential neighborhood is built up around it now. Some of the buildings do remain though, like the building behind me, which is now a bank. So let's go check out some of the buildings that do remain here at the Manteno State Hospital. Alright, so I'm actually walking through a neighborhood here and grabbing these shots, because there are no trespassing signs posted everywhere for these buildings. So I'm not going to take my chance in going inside, but I want to at least give you some shots of what some of these buildings look like. This one's actually is boarded up. I want to say that the design of it is pretty cool. It's definitely, you can definitely tell it's some kind of hospital, some kind of state hospital building. Just from the looks of it, there's not much decoration on them. Unlike the administration building, which I believe is now the bank, or that I showed you in the beginning of this video. As I said earlier, some of these buildings have been remodeled as such for offices and other things. And here's one of the examples of the buildings being updated and used for offices and other businesses, which is kind of cool. That way they can see the history of these buildings before they're torn down, It's just kind of odd though seeing, like I said, a subdivision built up around these buildings. And there's another one off there in the distance as well. And you see there's a subdivision there. And this is the other side of the building that I showed you earlier that has no trespassing signs posted all over the place. It looks like they have some dumpsters in the back and they are cleaning the place out. So they might be tearing this building down, unfortunately, in the future. And you can see it says do not enter. But cars and people do walk down this sidewalk here. Alright, so next building I come across here is called Hinton Hall. I'm not too sure what that is, but it's a pretty big building. According to the plaque there, it says it was built in 1936. It was dedicated in 1936, I should say, by the governor at the time. And if you look closely, we get closer here, there's that sign above the plaque itself. It actually says fallout shelter, so which is pretty cool. I think that's a relic from the 1950s. Let me see if I can get a little closer here. I see. Fallout shelter. This is the first one I ever this is the first one I have ever come across. On accident, anyways. Which is pretty cool. Let's see if we can see inside too. I know the windows are boarded up on some of these. Not that much. You can't really see anything, unfortunately. Which is a shame. Kind of cool to see. But I'm gonna start heading back to my car. There's actually a playground across the street, which is kind of odd to see. State hospital with a playground, and it's kind of sad to walk around these grounds here and just imagine the people with their issues they had come here to get fixed or get well, or the people who just were thrown here by family that they get along with, such as like Edward P. Dow, for example. One last shot of the hall here. And down there is the building we start off at, which is pretty cool. The cupola on there, on the other side, is pretty interesting. I wish I could see a little closer. I wish I had a drone that can fly up there and show you the cupola a little better. It's pretty cool. Alright, so that pretty much wraps up here at the Manteno State Hospital. Like I said, it's kind of cool to walk around seeing these old buildings that still remain, including coming across a fallout shelter, which I had no idea was even here. So that's pretty cool find. And I want to thank you all for watching. And please share and like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you later on down the road.